While Éowyn is widely recognized as the heroic woman warrior from The Lord of the Rings, fighting valiantly to protect her people, there is another unsung female hero in Middle-earth's history that many fans might not be aware of: Haleth. A fierce warrior and leader who lived thousands of years before Éowyn's time, Haleth's story is chronicled in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Silmarillion, a work that explores the ancient history of Middle-earth. In The Silmarillion, Haleth emerges as a bold and determined figure, carving her own path and defying societal expectations. Unlike Éowyn's experience, where her desire to fight was unique and viewed with surprise, Haleth's warrior role was not seen as strange. This is primarily due to her specific cultural background, as she came from the Halidon, one of the 3 tribes of men in the First Age, who valued strength in both their women and men. Haleth's heroic rise to leadership. Haleth belonged to the Halidon of Thargelion, a region inhabited by both elves and men. When Morgoth, the Dark Lord, launched an assault on her people with orc raids, Haleth's father, Haldad, stepped up and unified the scattered Halidon. However, during a confrontation with the orcs, both of Haleth's male relatives fell in battle. With the strength of a leader in her heart, Haleth was named chieftain of the Halidon, becoming the first woman to lead one of the houses of the Edain, the forebears of the Númenóreans and the ancestors of Aragorn. In a moment that echoes Theoden's charge at Helm's Deep, Haleth and her people defended their fortifications against the orcs, holding their ground even as starvation and the threat of imminent death loomed. Haleth's leadership and valor were unmatched, and she provided the guidance her people needed in the face of overwhelming danger. The heroine who shaped Middle-earth's future. Despite the Halidon's hardships, including the loss of food and manpower, Haleth remained resolute. When reinforcements were not forthcoming and the stockade was breached, help arrived at the last moment, not from another human army, but from Caranther, a son of Fëanor and lord of the Northern Elves. His forces joined Haleth's to defeat the orcs. Caranther was impressed by the courage of Haleth and her people. Though his previous demeanor toward humans had been cold, he offered Haleth honor and aid. However, true to her independent spirit, Haleth refused Caranther's offer to live amongst the elves and led her people westward, founding the settlement known as the House of Haleth. Haleth's legacy, a quiet monument. Haleth's story did not reach the sweeping, epic scale of other events in the Silmarillion, but she shaped the course of history in her own right. After the orcs were vanquished, she and her people lived relatively peacefully, and Haleth died of natural causes. Her burial became a symbol of honor, the mound of the noble maiden, Éowyn. Haleth never married or had children, but her name remained a symbol of heroism through the generations. Her legacy possibly even influenced the naming of Arwen, another strong female character in The Lord of the Rings, with Haleth's grave becoming an enduring reminder of her sacrifices. The heroine who came before. While Haleth's story is relatively lesser known than those of Éowyn, Tauriel, or the recently introduced Hera, she was a vital figure in shaping the culture of female warriors in Middle-earth. Her courage and leadership paved the way for future generations of strong women in Tolkien's world, including the iconic shield maiden Éowyn. Haleth's legacy deserves recognition for laying the groundwork for these later heroines. Through her heroism, Haleth showed that Middle-earth's women could stand shoulder to shoulder with the greatest champions, regardless of the age or the perils they faced.